In this video, we're going to draw the front leg and foot of our character Orville. Okay, so one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to hide both the arms that we created. I'm going to come here to the group body layer, select it, and create a new vector layer. I'm going to go ahead and label this layer leg F for the front leg. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit S on the keyboard. I'm going to zoom in here with my mouse, right click to pan, and I'm going to draw out roughly where his leg would go. So this is a rectangle that we're going to be drawing. So I'm going to select my rectangle tool, and I'm going to go ahead and draw out our rectangle roughly. And then using the select points tool, G on the keyboard, I'm going to go ahead and select just those 2 points right there. Hit T on the keyboard to translate, and I'm going to translate those points so that they line up just a little bit better with the leg that we're tracing. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my add point tool, A on the keyboard, and I'm going to figure out roughly where his knee would be. And I'm going to come down here about halfway on the leg, and I'm going to put his knee right about there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer for the foot. So let's go ahead and go to new vector, and we'll call this foot front. But first what I want to do is I want to come here to my styles palette, and I want to make sure I have the right style selected for the fill. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to select this red fill. And then when I draw out my rectangle, it should have the correct fill. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this point right here, and using the translate points tool, I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to his ankle. And then using our Bezier curves, I'm going to go ahead and select this point, hit C on the keyboard, and I'm going to go ahead and bend this out, break the handle by making this straight with the foot, and then I'm going to give this a little bit of a bend. Now I can see that this line, I wanted to make sure that it lines up exactly with everything, but we'll go ahead and we'll clean that up in the very last video of this section. So for right now, that's pretty much it for this leg. If you wanted to add some points in here to say if you want to add a foot and some toe bones so that the toe can bend, you can totally do that. In this example, I want to keep it as easy as possible, so I won't be adding like any bones to the fingers, so I'm not worrying about additional points there, nor in the feet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to the front foot and the leg, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select both of those, holding down shift and clicking on the next layer, right click, and come here with group selection. Now I'm just going to call this leg plus foot front, so I know what that group is. And then with this group selected, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the layer, and I'm just going to call this back. And then I'll take this layer that we just created, and with the layer transform tool, because now we're working with the group, so all we can do is move the layer. I can't select points anymore. I'm going to go ahead and hold down shift, and I'm going to click here in the leg layer, and I'm going to constrain this so that it moves over there. And I'm going to try to line that up as best I can. So right about there, and that is it for now. So right now I know that the arm and the leg, they're out of place, but that's the whole part that I want to go over in the last video, is cleaning everything up and just making sure all our layers are in perfect order. So that's it for this video. All we did is we just created two simple shapes. We created basically a rectangle for the leg and a rectangle for the foot, added some points, and we got ourselves some legs. I'll see you in the next video. Want to learn how to take your drawings and bring them to life? If you want to learn more about character design and the Moho drawing tools, be sure to check out my step-by-step online course that teaches you how to take your character designs from paper to animation. Want to take the course? Use promo code CHARACTER2019 and get the course 50% off. Link is in the description.